Hello again, thank you for joining me for another video. This is going to be a quick one. I just wanted to... I've had like a massive breakthrough, a very large breakthrough, and I wanted to do like a more extended, holy crap, here's some things that I learned from this breakthrough. But I almost just needed to touch base in a more brief fashion first and then get to the big holy crap stuff, because the holy crap stuff, it gets into this like deep metaphysical understanding of how reality works. It's like every time you clear a belief system that's embedded with trauma, every time that gets cleared, it's like you have to understand, like it's like a black, it's like all of the energy that a black hole could have is suddenly at your disposal. The relief is so huge when you come to terms that, so I'll just give you a very brief rundown, very brief. I am in the season right now. This is a very sacred season for many people who follow religious ritual and practice around the world. And it is also a very sacred season to me because my humongous things happen during this time period. And I realized through the process of the anniversary coming up and having to look at things, where some of the unresolved trauma, and it was like, so it was deeply embedded and had deeply embedded itself and was skewing everything. So all of this work that I've done to see more clearly, dissolve ego here, dissolve ego there, renew my mind, have a sense of peace and connectivity and joy and power and all these wonderful gifts of awakening that come with awakening. But I've been stuck on a few things, and stuck to the point of almost forgetting the plot. And I got a really big reminder. So there's a guy named Galahad Eridon. I'll try to link the exact. I'll link his Substack, and you can go find him there. And he makes YouTube videos too. And so I've had issues with, finding certain people who speak on spiritual issues will irritate the crap out of me because they get just like important things wrong. And he doesn't. And is able to explain things that, like, when this information comes, it comes so quickly, it is hard to slow it down enough for somebody else to get it that isn't catching it firsthand. So I recognize some of the spiritual lessons that he is describing because I've had similar spiritual lessons. And what happened to me after some of those spiritual lessons is that I was, I faced heavy scorn, ridicule, confusion, and attacks. I didn't know the full degree and depth of attacks that come when you walk towards God. So when you walk out of hell and you're walking towards God, on the way are just an unbelievable amount. And they come in physical form, they come in subtle forms, they come in your own manifest forms. And I became very scared when that happened to me. And that fear made me turn away. I turned away from God. I'm like, I know you're there and I love you. However, I can't survive what's happening to me. And so essentially what I did was I made a deal with the devil, and then I almost lost my life in the process. And that whole big long story, I think I need to tell more completely, because the revelation from finally going back and going, oh, so this is what, because the thing is that I got jealous of this man, and I'm like, why is this a jealous feeling? Why is this not a, oh, thank goodness somebody is saying things accurately and succinctly and in a helpful way, and not manipulating truths for their own benefit, but really trying to clarify a high level spiritual insight. So my reaction of like having any reaction whatsoever that wasn't, you're on my team and I want the best for you, was weird to me. And so I had to go back and go to God and find out what happened. And through the process of doing that internal turning and, asking for clarification, asking what I did, it was brought to my attention that I made a deal with the devil. And I'm pissed about it. I'm still pissed about it. And it's coming out every time I get reminded of it. And the devil's just this monkey on your back, man. It's a monkey on your back. Starts with fear, and you make this deal because you're afraid, and it never gets better. Every step you take as a reaction to fear is a deal with the devil, and it never gets better. And getting that turned in my head, then suddenly the totality of death as a construct and as a spirit the veil got peeled away. And I had some conversations with Jesus about meditation, and it was really quite beautiful. And it was all from, I had a connection to God. I had a transcendent, beautiful, unbelievable experience with God that did not make sense to me. I had no context for it, and everybody said I was crazy. And so I tucked it away into a little corner of my psyche and said, you have to stay here, and you can't be active in my life. And the dawning of making deals with human beings that were competing with me, that were never going, God does not need to compete with me. They were never going to be my safe place. It's astounding. And I mean, that's what this time is for. It's a great time to bring to the light, with God, with your understanding of divinity, these things that are holding you back, and being real and admitting this, reacting out of fear, and these agreements you're making out of fear of people doing shitty things to you if you don't. And it's a new layer and a new level of, an acceptance of trust that I haven't had before, or at least I haven't had for a very long time. I definitely had it when I was little, but it's been a very long time since I was like, oh yeah, that's right. We either get the condemning God, the condemn, punish, be afraid, which is essentially human consciousness. or we get actual God, which is this force of goodwill. And it's a different understanding life. Like it's the same life that was in Jesus is in you. And seeing that connection truly, it puts death in a very stark contrast that I hadn't seen clearly, and I'm not articulating at all very well. I guess just to let you know that there are, when you clear your big traumas, the things that are holding you back, that if it keeps coming up in this horrible sense of like jealousy and betrayal and all of that, like, what are you not looking at? And I was not looking at the fact that I made a deal with the devil, and it fucked me up really hardcore. I didn't go, hey, devil, me and you, we're buddies. Let's come up with a plan. That's not what I mean by a deal with the devil. I mean, I did not trust God and turned my back and said, okay, they're kicking my ass, so I'm going to do what they want me to do, because I don't want to have my ass kicked. And then they just kicked my ass harder. Super duper hard. Until I finally said, okay, I'm done, God. Let's fix this. And my life has been being fixed since then. Just utterly transformed in ways that are beyond my own small little willpower to have done by myself. So my willpower is I'm going to keep listening and not be afraid. And that's what I'm going to do. And I will tell you more of the story next time. But I really hope you are well. And I hope you are using this spiritual sacred time that is present here. All the people who create spiritual space for us to do, goodwill in. Till next time.